If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say.
It's the kind of scandal that could shatter careers. And right now, Sonny Hostin is at the center of it all. She's no stranger to controversy. But this time, the storm isn't just circling around her, it's crashing down right on top of her. Known for her outspoken presence on The View, she's built a reputation for calling out corruption, demanding accountability, and positioning herself as a voice of justice. But now, she's fighting to clear her own name, as accusations of federal insurance fraud against her husband have taken a shocking turn. And the deeper you dig, the messier it gets. The allegations against her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, aren't just another lawsuit. They're explosive. American Transit, a major insurance company, has accused him of running a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme involving fake claims, kickbacks, and unnecessary surgeries. We're not talking about a minor billing issue. Legal experts are calling this one of the biggest RICO cases in New York since the Mafia era. If convicted, he could be facing life behind bars. But here's where things get even more damning. Sonny herself may not be as innocent as she claims. Authorities raided their home, and what they found sent shockwaves through the case. Stacks of cash, financial records, and documents hinting at a much bigger operation. And now, whispers are growing louder. Was Sonny complicit in covering up the fraud? Or worse, was she an active participant? Given her legal background as a former prosecutor, it's hard to believe she had no idea what was going on. After all, she built a career on dissecting legal scandals. But it doesn't stop there. The lawsuit details how Dr. Hostin allegedly targeted vulnerable individuals, taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers, performing unnecessary procedures just to inflate insurance claims. That's not just fraud, it's exploitation. And while Emmanuel was raking in the money, rumors suggest Sonny played a key role in making sure the funds stayed hidden. Some reports claim she helped funnel money through shell companies, using her legal expertise to keep transactions under the radar. Others allege she acted as a middleman, ensuring nothing could be directly traced back to her husband. If true, that could mean serious prison time. And the timing couldn't be worse. Just months ago, Sonny was on The View, slamming corruption and demanding justice for victims of fraud. Now, she's the one under scrutiny. The hypocrisy isn't lost on the public, and the backlash has been swift. Critics are demanding she step down from The View, calling her credibility into question. How can she sit on national television, criticizing politicians and public figures, while she's allegedly been covering up criminal activity in her own home? But not everyone is convinced. Some argue she deserves the presumption of innocence. The problem? The court of public opinion moves fast, and right now, things aren't looking good for her. And here's where it gets even wilder. American Transit isn't just taking legal action, they're going after Sonny's public image too. The company claims she's been using her platform to spin the narrative, trying to sway public opinion in her favor. But Sonny isn't backing down. In a fiery response, she called the lawsuit a smear campaign, insisting it's nothing more than an insurance company trying to dodge legitimate payouts. Her lawyer, the high-powered Mark Garagos, isn't playing around either. He's fired off a massive $5 million countersuit, accusing the insurance company of defamation. But critics argue this is just a smokescreen, a distraction from the very real and very serious accusations against her husband. And then, just when you think this scandal couldn't get any more tangled, there's the question of their wealth. Despite never flaunting their money, reports suggest the Hostins own multiple high-end properties, including a luxurious estate in Westchester County. And now, people are asking, was any of it funded by fraudulent money? Were they living a life of luxury at the expense of innocent victims? Because if the lawsuit's claims hold any weight, that's exactly what happened. But let's take a step back. This isn't the first time Sunny has stirred up controversy. Remember when she made headlines for slamming Melania Trump? She went after her personal life, her role as First Lady, even suggesting she wanted out of her marriage. And Melania? She didn't take it lightly, firing back with a $100 million defamation lawsuit. The irony? Now, Sunny finds herself in a legal battle of her own, with the accusations against her far more serious than political jabs. Then, just when it seemed like the dust might settle, the tension escalated. The View's post-election episode arrived with a thunderous impact. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar stepped onto the set in all black, looking less like talk show hosts and more like mourners at a political funeral. The mood was thick with unspoken grief. Whoopi, in her signature style, refused to even utter Trump's name. While Joy didn't bother with subtlety, she outright rejected the election outcome, her frustration boiling over. That episode wasn't just television. It was a spectacle, a moment frozen in time where emotions ran unchecked, and the country's divide was laid bare for all to see. But hold on, because this story was far from over. Just when you thought Sunny Hostin's controversy had reached its peak, she found herself back in the hot seat. This time, her target was none other than Senator John Fetterman. Yes, you heard that right. The View's drama machine was at full throttle, and Sunny wasn't holding back. She set social media ablaze after calling out Fetterman for his eyebrow-raising visit to Mar-a-Lago. A Democratic senator stepping onto Trump's turf? It was political dynamite waiting to explode. But Sunny didn't just question his motives. She outright called it a betrayal of democratic principles, a move that sent shockwaves across the political spectrum. Fetterman's camp wasted no time firing back, making it clear that they weren't about to let her accusations slide. And just like that, the internet erupted again. Some cheered Sunny's boldness, praising her for saying what others were afraid to. Others saw it as another example of her fanning the flames, dragging The View into yet another round of controversy. But before the chaos could settle, things took an even more dramatic turn. Live, on air, it was a regular panel discussion until it wasn't. June 7th, The View. A simple conversation about the 2024 election spiraled into an all-out verbal showdown between Sunny and her co-host, Alyssa Farah Griffin. The tension, unmistakable. The energy, electric. And then the gloves came off. Sunny didn't hesitate, calling out Alyssa for what she saw as blatant hypocrisy, criticizing Mike Pence one moment and defending him the next. Alyssa, caught off guard, tried to get a word in, but Sunny wasn't letting up. Voices rose, faces flushed. The debate turned into a full-scale shouting match. "You're incapable of defending a man you worked for." Sunny's words cut through the air, her intensity unwavering. Alyssa, visibly frustrated, fought to reclaim the conversation, but Sunny steamrolled forward, her arguments relentless. Viewers watched in stunned silence as the exchange devolved into something far more personal than political. Was it a passionate debate or an ambush? Some called Sunny's approach aggressive, arguing she wasn't interested in discussion, just domination. Accusations of narcissism swirled. Fans questioned whether she was truly open to different viewpoints or simply believed her own voice was the only one that mattered. And now, the consequences may be catching up with her. Behind the scenes, rumors are swirling that ABC executives are keeping a close eye on Sunny's growing list of controversies. Could she be on thin ice? While she remains on air, her usual confidence seems to have dimmed. The fiery, unfiltered commentary she's known for feels more restrained, like the weight of public scrutiny is finally pressing down on her. But wait, because this story isn't just about The View. It's about the scandal unraveling in Sunny's own home. Her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, is facing mounting legal trouble, and the implications are staggering. Court filings reveal that out of 186 defendants in a high-stakes lawsuit, over 141 have already settled. But here's where things get murky. The lawsuit isn't just some corporate squabble. It's raising serious red flags. And as investigators dig deeper, the narrative that Sunny and her husband have so carefully crafted is beginning to crack.